is a great idea?
Well, because we have way too much garbage on our beaches, right? And so the garbage is dangerous to our wildlife. It's not great for the people who visit the beach, so we've got to clean that up, right?
And how long have you been participating?
Well, so I work with the Bolsa-Chica Ecological Reserve, the land trust there. I've been there for going on 23 years. Yeah, a long time.
Is there anything you want to add?
Well, I think it's great that you guys are doing the beach cleanups. It's really important for everybody to understand why those are important, right? And it's really cool that you guys are coming out to help. So thank you.
Thank you.
I think beach cleanups are important because it shows people the kinds of things that we're finding out there, and it opens up the conversation on things that we can do at home. So we are 5 Gyres, and we believe in looking at science and research, and so we go out there and are actually tracking what we're finding out there, the kinds of trash, the kinds of brands, how much, and once we have that data, we can use that to change policy, so to have laws that can help protect our oceans.
Okay. How long have you been participating?
I actually fell in love with environmental work when I went to school at UCLA, so back in 2003. And ever since then, I've kind of been doing this kind of work. So I worked with Heal the Bay, which is, we do tons and tons of cleanups, and now I'm working with 5 Gyres, and we like to focus as well on the upstream solutions. So trying to stop that plastic from ever, or that trash from ever making its way out into the ocean.
Is there anything you would like to add?
Yeah, I love the work that you're doing. You know, we have, I don't know if you've heard that statistic that if we continue the way that things are going, we're going to have more plastic than fish in the ocean. And that's scary, but it's because of people like you that won't happen. So taking our personal power, going up and cleaning the beach, using reusable items like this, yeah, like that, you're all on it. And then, you know, using our voice to share that with our family and friends, with our school, and really pushing for bigger change on a bigger scale. So one of our co-founders, Marcus Erickson, he created a raft called Junk Raft, and he took 15,000 plastic water bottles and an old fuselage of an airplane, different junk parts. The only stuff that was new were the electronics. And he sailed, him and a friend sailed from Long Beach all the way to Hawaii to go through the Pacific Gyre and bring attention to this issue. Because what they're finding is that our oceans are all looking like this. It doesn't matter if it's the North Pacific or the North Atlantic. You're finding the natural stuff will change, but the plastic is still there. It's still the same. And even if we're looking out and it looks like it's clean, this plastic will break down into smaller pieces, microplastics, but it never completely goes away. So we have to be smarter about the way that we're using this resource.
And all these beads simulate trash. So you have your construction site where you have fuel spills. This is your school where some of the kids don't put their trash in the trash can. You have the forest where people go camping and leave their trash or animal waste. Then you have the farm with fertilizers. So you want to push the button to make it rain. So when it rains, you got to hold it in. Whatever's on the ground gets washed and everything runs down in our streams and our rivers. And where does it end up? In the ocean. And all the whales and dolphins have to swim in all of our trash. And they're getting sick.
Well, if you look at what happens here, all of this debris, plastic, it ends up in the ocean. But before it goes in the ocean, it's at our beach. So all this material will come from these high tides and lay on the beach. There's over 8 billion tons of trash every year. So it's a very big number. 5.25, break into small pieces, that's a trillion. 5.25 trillion pieces that fish, birds, they eat because they don't know any better. They think it's food. So there are a lot of that plastic material on the beach. We have to grab it and take it before they do. Out in the middle. Out in the middle of the ocean, here's how this works. You look at this chart. These are plastic materials, okay? It talks about the amount of years for this to break down. And this is what holds the six-packs, 400 years where it breaks down. So if you look at all the different things here, like styrofoam cups, 50 years. So again, like I mentioned, if they break into small pieces like that, your sushi is going to have that kind of a look to it. So that's kind of why we do a lot of beach cleanups. In our chapter, we do at least 3 to 4 beach cleanups a month. We're doing one this morning. So. Next question.
So how long have you been participating in?
I've been 15 years. 15 years. I did a lot of surfing, and then I passed by a tent, something like this, and I asked, "What do you guys do here?" They said they do beach cleanups. And I go, "Oh, that's interesting." So that's when I got interested, and I joined up with it.
So, is there anything you'd like to add?
What I'd like to add is that the awareness for, like, the kids need to know what they're going to be faced with. And you folks here are the ones that are going to be living in the next life, if you will. So we have to be protective of the ocean, making sure that we have that area free and clear of all this debris. How this debris comes about is, think about it this way. You know anything about the gyre? The gyre, there's 5 gyres. If you go down to the very end, there's a booth over there called 5 gyres. This is like in the Pacific. It's a swirling mass of plastic debris, twice the size of Texas. So what happens is it goes all the way down to the bottom, just like a vortex. And it becomes a mucus-like substance, and it covers all the coral. When it covers the coral, you have no place for the fish to lay their eggs. And so it's kind of like the forest. If you cut down a lot of trees, it's the same thing with the ocean. The CO level goes up. And so, besides just plastic material, we got to look at the climate change. Look what's happening right now today, and this next week's going to be hotter than Hades. And if you go up to Portland, last week it was 100 degrees. So there is an effect on what takes place. And we have things here with, let's see here, climate change. You keep some of that. That's on our climate change. This is what we're trying to do. This is on our youth program. We have youth programs on campus. So that you learn more about water testing, you learn more about the environment. We have things like this, which is poster-friendly restaurants. We're trying to get the restaurants involved with paper products, so that they're using paper straws, they're using biodegradable material, and not putting the plastic bags and everything else in it. So a lot of things go on. This is like 10 ways of checking and looking at how plastic materials help yourself to anything we got here. Plastic pollution. There you go. And then this is about Surfrider overall. So we have a lot of Girl Scouts that come to our events. And they come more than one time.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we have that little patch that we give each one of the kids, so when they come down next time.
Yeah, they did a cleanup of Bolsa Chica State Beach last month. And they're planning on doing another one. Maybe we can reach out to you guys.
Come down. So that's who we are.
Thank you so much. Well, Maiah, do you want to say something?
Thank you for your time.
Oh, you're welcome.
Done a lot of research now.